Oh, all right, everyone. Welcome aboard. None of you saw that, but Bucky was making me laugh.
I was conducting.
So-
I love that music. You know,
It's
dun,
the
dun,
theme.
dun,
It's the
dun,
theme.
dun,
You know,
dun.
that's how it is. You know, it's got that kind of theme. Well, anyways, welcome to the Campfire Chat, where not only will marshmallows get roasted, but so do leaders. And that's the fun part about it. And we're going to talk about all the latest things. If you're in the chat room, please put where you are watching us from. We have live chat room going on at the same time. And with that, moderator Mike is going to be running that. And he's already checking to make sure you're not misbehaving. So he's got that going. And then, of course, we have the wonderful from the roving scouter. We have Matthew right there. So
Yep.
and he's got many years of experience in scouting. And with that, we also have Bucky, but Scoutmaster Bucky, and he's got tons of information about all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of things in the news lately about scouting, and we're going to talk about it, but I want to remind everyone this is scouting, and we believe in the Scout Oath and Law. So it's important that in your comments online that you be respectful to one another. No calling names. Well, unless it's Bucky, but that's another thing. So,
I bite back.
But let's act like scout leaders, okay? Especially when you're dealing in that chat room. We have no idea where everybody's from. So, but with that, this I think last time we were here, we talked about making it kind of a show and tell thing, and that was something we need to do. That was always my favorite in school. Was actually on Wednesdays was show and tell. And this was like second grade. I loved it. I can remember being Mrs. Craw's second grade classroom and bringing in a thing from home and being able to tell the story about that item. I love show and tell. So you never get too old to do that. So hopefully we'll do some of that, but we do have some things going on. So I want to hear from my friend Matthew. What's going on in your scouting world?
Well, I just got done with the University of Scouting last weekend, so that was phenomenal. Go out there, catch up with some friends in scouting, finish a majority of my coursework for my PhD in Cub Scouting. So, like,
Nice.
I will get that next year in my fourth year, and I'm excited about it. You know, just in time for my second son to get ready to cross over. So.
Yeah.
To be able to
So the
move
doctorate
over.
is in the what do they call it? The Commissioner's College, right? Isn't that what they
Oh,
do?
so well,
Commissioners?
yeah, I will also get I'll get my coursework done for the Commissioner's College 2 weeks from now.
Wow.
But so the National Capital Area Council, I think like most of them for the University of Scouting, they do like the different levels, bachelor's, master's, and then doctoral coursework, and then depending on what council you're with. So like if you're within like the Crossroads of the West Council out in Utah, they actually have you write a paper and teach a class. But out here in NCAC, they now just have you teach a class. So like you can, depending on where you go, you can do that. You just have to get the coursework knocked out, and you have to go to U of S for 4 years. So I got that done. And truth be told, I just got in from our blue and gold and crossover.
Nice.
Because so all my arrows, all 10 of them crossed over today. They all got nestled in their troops. They've been doing it for about a month now. They've already been with their troops. The weather out here in Northern Virginia, we got that snow concrete, the snowcrete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like the place that we were going to do our crossover and our blue and gold was inaccessible. So we had to postpone it for a month. But today was actually the ceremony. So, you know, kids got their arrows, parents got their pins and such. There was a lot of crying, a lot of people not understanding like what was happening. I'm like, oh no, they're done with the pack now. Like they're all on the they're all on the troop, guys. They're gone. Like that. It was a realization for a lot of parents. So those are the big things in my world, at least for the last month. So
awesome. I tell you, those crossovers it's a big deal, and it should be treated as that, not minimalized in any way, because that is a big step for a lot of youth, and they'll always remember that big ceremony. That's a big thing. Bucky, what's going on with you, man?
Oh, lots of things.
All kinds of stuff
we
going
had
on.
our crossover in early February. Right after Scout Sunday, we tried doing that. So it was an afternoon crossover, and we're a very small troop, but we also became a family troop and are focusing. It actually just streamlines things already for us. It was all the same people anyways.
Good.
I forget what we did Valentine's Day. I guess I spent some time with my wife.
We're
just not used to that. No, we do a lot together in scouting. So, and then let's see, the 21st, we had a Scoutmaster Bucky Merit Badge Day, which was very successful and a lot of good comments. And we had a bunch of new scouts and families come and check it out, and great feedback on that. This past weekend, we had 2 of our leaders in our unit receive the Bronze Pelican, which is the Catholic, one of the adult recognitions in Catholic scouting. A few different Eagle ceremonies that we've gone to, and and it just doesn't stop. I mean, next weekend we're doing emergency prep with our troop and some others, and so
fantastic. Sounds like you have a plate full.
But by choice. So don't sympathize that, what was Bucky? Not that anyone really would or does, but
it's always fun.
I got asked after an absence of a period of time to come back and be a part of. I was asked to be on our council's commissioner college.
Good.
And I'll talk to you privately about that, because I respect
I've done that a few times.
I respect your insights and your experience and such. I got a specific ask, but I'm thinking it over and making sure that I can be the best choice and deliver the best for them before I commit to it.
Yeah. Well, you're the prime person for that. So, Mike, do we have any call outs? Is there anybody out there?
Well, we do.
I see there's some people on.
Hey, first of all, please give a thumbs up on the broadcast for everyone watching us, and why don't you let us know where you're watching from? But Big Red Bus, a frequent listener, says good evening all.
I love his little avatar.
Love it.
Maverick Hunter says hi, Scouter Stan.
Hey there. That's awesome.
Good evening, gentlemen from South Jersey.
South Jersey. There we go.
There you go. Awesome. That's neat. It's neat how the computer, the server, and all that stuff works with the screen. That's kind of cool. Yeah. We do a lot in scouting, but there has been some changes. We were talking about it before the show got started. We kind of get together and chat about whatever's going on. And Bucky, being big on merit badges, and Matthew is very knowledgeable about things. And of course, Mike too, he's very knowledgeable. And we are I'm not surprised, but having the, Citizenship in Society merit badge has been unplugged, basically.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. And that way it's no longer the old requirements for Eagle used the old ones prior to the 27th of February, where you had to have that merit badge. It was a required merit badge. Mm-hmm. Now that it's been unplugged, it is reverted back to the old stuff where it's the required, and you have the optional merit badges. This becomes like an optional merit badge. So if you've already started it, if you're a scout and you've already started the merit badge prior to February 27th, you have the rest of the year to complete it and get it done. And I don't think they're going to make any more of the little patches. So if you're collecting, that's going to be very collectible. But it's something that happens in scouting.
Yep.
It varies. Yeah, there's a lot of there's always different political views of these things, but scouting is nonpartisan, and we don't take sides on that. But it can be done that way. We talked about it, and it's something we're not going to get into in the chat room. But this is something that came down from National for reasons. So there's reasons for them to, scouting is chartered. Originally the Boy Scouts of America back in 1910 was chartered by Congress. So that's a big deal. So the government does have a little bit of say. They're like our charter organization rep. Think of it that way. So that's the way you have to think of it. They have a say in what goes on in scouting. So, and I believe that was really the gist of all the articles that I've read. On the website and on YouTube, I put up there that it had been unplugged. I wanted to hear your response. I've had people say it was good. I've had people say it was bad. It's kind of a mix. But we're scouters, and we believe in the scouting movement, and we believe in the scout oath and scout law. Those are things that drive our lives. Mm-hmm. And because of that, this, whether it's there or not, it doesn't really run into what we already believe and care about, and that's the scout oath and law. Those are the core things of scouting. And
Stan, I kind of look at it as like a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I go to a restaurant and I order a steak. If I don't like the way it's cooked, I have a choice. Mm-hmm. I can come back and give them another try, or I can say I'm not going to partake in that anymore. If I go back and I have another bad steak, I have to make the choice of, is this restaurant serving me the way I want to be served?
True.
And I struggled. I'm not going to get into the details, but there were a couple things early on when I started in scouting that I'm like, I don't know if my values align with that. But I took the approach of, I'm committed to the organization, and the bigger picture of what we're doing is more important than one or two little things. And I teach this to my scouts. And when I have the opportunity to get on my soapbox, we are a society that focuses on polarizing and separating people. And while I've taught over 1,000 scouts, or led or worked with over 1,000 scouts on the Scouting Heritage Merit Badge, one thing that I made sure is that they understood that let's stop focusing on our differences and focus on our similarities. Because when we find that we all share the same goal of mentoring youth and to give them positive experiences and to do the best that we can, all of a sudden, when we've made this list of similarities that we share, those differences that we have seem less to get over. Yet today's society, as well as many scouters, they love gossip. They love the, oh, they're a bad person because of this. And people love gossip and that thrives. If we'd focus on the fact, that person donates their time just like I do. That person is a scout leader just like I am. A merit badge counselor is no less important as a registered leader, as a scoutmaster, as an assistant scoutmaster, as that parent that helps drive the scouts to camp. We have to be a team. And I think that's what, that's where we need to be looking at. And stay off of social media on this announcement on the 27th, because people are going nuts about this on both sides. to the point that I think we've lost some rational thinking on it. And we have to get back to the basics. It is still the same. It's about the Scout Oath and Scout Law.
Yeah.
Okay. And there is some history that we need to acknowledge. Some of that we're not going to talk about here because it's polarizing. But we need to understand some things. And I asked Matt, he shared some information that I didn't know. And I think it's really important that people understand. I don't know. Is that a good segue to you, Matt?
I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. So. Yeah. So one of the announcements that was put out by the Department of War and Scouting America was this idea that those families who have members in the military, active duty, reservist, or in the Guard, that their dues and membership fees would be waived. And when I was listening to this, I was wondering to myself, this is something that the Pentagon pushed for or what have you, because at least to me, it would have seemed like it'd be something that the Pentagon would request. But then maybe an hour or so after the first announcement, I was listening to Cub Chat Live, which is another podcast live stream, kind of like this one right here, but it's actually done by Scouting Magazine. So it's an official Scouting America outlet. Yep, exactly. They're paid staff and volunteers and such. And the senior VP of communication and marketing was their host for that day. And they were supposed to be talking about spring recruiting, but the announcement came out. So obviously that took over the introduction. And he was the one who said that was actually something that Scouting America offered up when they were sitting at the negotiation table with the Pentagon. And I thought that was fairly fantastic. And I like the idea, especially for those the brand new enlisted folk who are coming in and they're trying to make money, make money stretch and go a lot further. That can really help them. Then that removes another barrier to scouting for people who are traveling around a lot in the military and want to join the program, but maybe look at it as like, I can't really afford $200 right now for dues and at the council pack and national level. Now it's a little bit cheaper. And I always say that scouting is the best return on investment for our kids because like every travel sport, everything that my kids do is like $200 or $300 a month. And I only spent like on dues for one of my sons is $240 for an entire year. Now I have to pay for like, camping and things like that. But anytime my daughter goes to a dance competition or anything, it's a couple $100 or, if we go to a martial arts tournament, it's a couple $100. So it's like that's not uncommon. So I think that you really are still getting a bang for your buck, but that was just something that I thought was fairly interesting that Scouting America put out there. But it looks like Kingpin. But it looks like Kingpin's not being stingy with his wallet either. So
well,
thank you.
Thank you for the super chat. And he believes that the Citizenship and Society Merit Badge was rushed out, brought in too hastily. So
I think
it had a 4-year run, didn't it?
It had a 4-year run, and that's somebody's opinion that we are choosing to stay away from commenting on or continuing on. I mean, we have to be wise in how we address this stuff.
Well, the thing with the government asking or the scouts offering to the government a discount or a waiving of the national fees or something is a great thing because, the government technically is our chartered organization. So that being the case, they have,
I saw online where people were saying, oh, that's going to raise the cost for us.
No,
it is. I mean, in the bigger picture of things, it's very, very minuscule in the cost, and national is absorbing that cost.
Yeah. What
I don't think is well defined yet is whether councils will still be able to charge that or if they will be asked to follow suit
I think that all has to do with the councils. The councils make those decisions.
I think so too. And I'm in a council that doesn't have a huge military presence in its area. So I think those that have a larger military presence will have different policies and stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing that I will comment on is being stationed overseas during my military time, I did see scouts. I didn't work as much as I would have liked to with scouts. I coached Little League, by the way. And, they're meeting on the basis that the camporees are taking place at military supported and relationships within the different countries. I think this is a great thing, especially for our scouting families, to have some normalcy while they're abroad.
Yeah.
And the government does pick up a big tab of that.
Exactly.
Let's look for the positive in what has been announced.
Yeah.
Instead of going, oh, woe is me, we've lost sit in society. No, we didn't. We already had American heritage. We had disabilities awareness merit badge, and we had the Scout oath and law. So we haven't lost anything. We've lost a badge that can get put on your sack.
Yeah.
The concepts are all still there.
Yeah. It's amazing what goes on out there as far as all of the different organizations and different things that scouting does. We do a lot of good for America, and that's something we need to think about instead of being negative. There's Eagle projects. Oh my gosh, Eagle projects. Thousands and thousands of dollars are donated to charities all over America, individually from Eagle candidates. And this is something that goes on all the time. And that, whether it's something simple like benches that you gotta make for the church, or a flower garden for the community center, these are things that we do for our community. The community service is huge, and that should also be a big part of it. So don't think that everything was based on that one merit badge. That's too much of a reach. Got a comment.
Well, here's a comment from Pin King. The Pathways to the Rockies Council, one of the particular councils, has 5 military bases within the council. So it could be a big funding impact for the council if councils were to waive the fee as well. So
that's
a big thing. I'm in Central Florida. We have quite a few military bases in Florida. So
one of the bases I was stationed at was Lowry out in Denver. And I don't know if that would be if Pathway to the Rockies includes Denver or not, but I think Pathway to the Rockies is a good example based on what Pin King shared with us, that council is going to have to look at it and say, are we supporting it? And I don't know what the details of that announcement means when they say the fee is waived. Is it the national fee, or is it that the councils are going to be required to do that? Because it will impact those like Pathway to the Rockies in a financial way. But I think we have to look at it as, let's look at the positive, and what frustrated me, if I'm being honest, is that while we can't recognize our military for getting a benefit, some of the social media was like, well, what about first responders? What about teachers? What about this? And it's like, well, you know what? Let's just give everyone free then. I mean, the military gives up a lot.
Yeah.
And it is by choice, just like being a teacher, just like being a firefighter and such like that. If you really believe in that, then let's start a campaign. Let's start a GoFundMe to pay for the first responders.
Yeah.
So
that's a good idea.
Things cost money. Say there's a question hanging out there that I think we just have to get to. Maverick Hunter is asking, are you guys going to the Jamboree?
Stan, I've got something loaded in the presentation if you want to share it.
I saw that. I was like, oh no. Maybe, I don't know.
got a plan and Mike's got the gear. Matt's riding shotgun, Bucky's got the wheel. Heading for the hills where scouts run free. Down West Virginia country roads, it's the Jamboree. Stan's boot taps on the car's floorboard. Mike gazes out the dusty window of our Ford. Matt's turning dials to find the tunes. Bucky cracks jokes to light up the crew. Yee-haw, echoes through the night. We're gonna bring that stage to life. Campfires blazing, friends by our side. At the Jamboree, what a wild ride. The crowd gets louder, they're on their feet. Friendships form that nothing can beat. A Jamboree bond with the oath and law. Lifetime memories and a big yee-haw. All right, let's get y'all involved. After each line, we want to hear you join in and give us a great big yee-haw. Ready? Here we go. We conquered challenges, we took the lead. Yee-haw! Laughing around the fire, that's all we need. Yee-haw! From every song we sang to the stories we've told. Yee-haw! This Jamboree's a memory that is made of gold. Yee-haw! The crowd gets louder, they're on their feet. Yee-haw! Friendships form that nothing can beat. Yee-haw! A Jamboree bond with the oath and law. Yee-haw! Lifetime memories and a big yee-haw. Yee-haw! One more time now. Yee-haw! One more time now. Yee-haw! Echoes through the night. Yee-haw! We're gonna bring that stage to life. Yee-haw! Campfires blazing, friends by our side. Yee-haw! At the Jamboree, what a wild ride. Yee-haw! One more time now. Yee-haw!
We have to- That's funny. Oh my gosh. You know, if we had $6,000, we could afford it.
Yeah.
We don't have $6,000. That's
Yeah.
that's the downside of that one. It is, you know, I would love to go. I haven't been to a Jamboree in a while, and that would be fun. To answer the question, going to a Jamboree would be a lot of fun.
We just
But I
played
don't
your
think
song.
it's in the cards. It's just too soon. It's coming up in a few months, and yeah, it's just too close.
I don't know if all of us will be there. I know I'm still trying to make arrangements to go
Mhm.
out at least for a day or so, but it'd be
Mhm.
much nicer to be going out for, hey, it's the Campfire Chat crew and we're doing a live
That's fun.
broadcast out there on an afternoon on the stage or something. And
Oh, we could do it, you know, as visitors. You know, you can go to the visitor center at most of these Jamborees. I've been to them, so I've been to those visitor centers. That's something that might be a possibility. You know,
well, I know that I've got a friend that's going out to do geocaching. I've got a
Mhm.
friend that's on the special needs transportation or transportation. I don't know if it's
Mhm.
one and the same, but a lot of special needs need help with transportation.
Yeah,
Big Red Bus just said that the communication team needs help. And,
Yeah.
and all of us know how to talk. So that's a
we
part of
do.
communication. So
We do. We've been doing the microphone thingy for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did offer us that solution a good couple of months ago.
yeah, that's right.
So yeah, he did. So I'm very thankful for him, because like I considered it for a minute, but as with all things in life, we can't figure out if I can actually go or not until I get much closer. So that's why I'm
Yes.
like, I can't say, hey,
Mhm.
I would love to go do it, because I think
be
that
fun.
it'd be phenomenal. And I would have loved it if we would have been able to go there to do this in person there. I think that would have been fun. But we can dream about it, we could talk about it. I said last month afterwards, I think it'd be awesome if we did this in person.
Yeah.
Some point in the near future, maybe in the next year. I think it'd be phenomenal. So
that should be our goal. I do have some things going on. My eyes have continued to degenerate. And so I am going to be going through some surgeries. They don't do both eyes at the same time. They do one at a time. So it's going to take months. So that's something that I'm facing. They're getting worse and worse. It's primarily it's cataracts and macular degeneration. They don't know how bad it is because the cataracts are hiding them. So they have no idea. So I will be going through some eye surgery this coming month. So that's
I'm gonna have to modify the video. It might just be Mike and I road tripping it out there then.
I'll phone it in. One of my feet will be there. That might be the way. I don't know. West Virginia, I love West Virginia, and that's that area of West Virginia I'm very familiar with. I spent my childhood going there, so you know that's one of those things. I like that where the summit is, and it should be fun if we could do it.
It's a fun place. Yeah.
To keep the idea rolling on, what we thought about last month was show and tell. Now I do have a patch. This is my patch. This is my district patch. I'll try to get the best light I can on it. I see the bear. Narcoossee district.
Special.
And the thing that makes it so special to me is that when I went to the national thing, they actually gave me a pin that fits right over the fleur-de-lis. So I thought that was kind of special, and I wear that, whenever I'm doing stuff. So that's kind of my show and tell. I put that on the uniform when I do Eagle Boards review and things like that officially for our district. So that's kind of my show and tell. Matthew, you had something. I think you had a thing you wanted to show and tell our audience about it.
Oh yeah, I had quite a few things. Because when we were talking about this, like I said, I was going to invite my was it Roundtable Cub Scout Commissioner, because she's the one who comes up with all of like these things, but she was very much busy today with the blue and gold, so I didn't want to overwhelm her with that. So the things that I have, and oh man, I didn't grab it from my other backpack, was I like to collect the different council shoulder patches and stuff like that. From the areas, and I just got one for Mount Vernon. If you guys don't know, Mount Vernon is George Washington's mansion. It's where he lived during the Revolutionary War. It's actually where his tomb is at too. And we do have scouts that go there and they place the wreath at the general's tomb and all that. And I got one for there, but I got a couple for the different services and things here. Like this is the shoulder patch right there for the Air Force Memorial that's out there. Yeah. And of course I had to get the matching away flap to go with it.
Got to do that.
And I've got, and I got the Marine Corps ones over here, and then the different flaps for, I also got the Virginia one, but I didn't bring it down here for the Virgin Islands and Washington, D.C. Because the National Capital Area Council also covers the Virgin Islands too. So last summer when I went out there, I actually took this patch, and I have a video of me holding it, or pictures of me holding it out there actually in the Virgin Islands. So
neat. Yeah. It's one of those things. I remember seeing a DC district, I believe it was a district council strip, that had the cherry blossoms, the pink blossoms on the trees. And I think it was the Jefferson Memorial. In the background.
If you stand by 1 second,
that's one of my favorites. I mean, it is really nice, and it's well done. So many districts and so many councils, for that matter, They just don't take the effort to make those. So they have them out there. There's some pretty
right there.
ones.
So that's
There
the
you go.
standard.
Yeah.
That's the standard Capital Area Council or
Yep.
National Capital Area Council. So
There
all
you
the
go.
different ones. Yeah. And then you got VI right there for Virgin Islands and then VA for Virginia. So all the different places that are down here.
Nice.
And the cherry blossoms, I tried to do a video last month during the cherry blossoms where like I tore it off my shoulder and tapped the screen, and then I'm standing there with the Jefferson Memorial and the blossoms. But work scheduled, I couldn't go the weekend that I wanted to, so I had to go to the next weekend. And the weekend before was beautiful, perfect weather, everything.
Yeah.
And the weekend that I went, it was windy, so it ripped all the cherry blossoms because it's just like they're only on there for like a few days. Like you have to get it at the peak time. So I missed out on that. I never posted that because I was like, it just looked dreary and the water was choppy. It didn't look good. But like,
There's a bunch of flower petals in it.
Exactly. Exactly. So
that's how that goes.
Yep.
Oh, Bucky, do you have some show and tell patch or thing?
I confess, I forgot my homework assignment. If you didn't notice, I'm
do
looking
so
around
much.
here,
Come on, that would be easy to forget. So okay,
don't worry, Bucky. I got you covered. Hold on a second.
Yeah, really.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, patch collectors.
There we go. Got quite a few.
Yeah, I do have one patch shot I was given at a meeting that happened last weekend. In our council, we have these summits where we all get together and do these things. And I noticed that this was put on the national guy, because you'd always tell the national guys is that the gold tabs, put it on me. I was giving a talk there, and he put it on me, and I didn't take a look at it until just now, because it was the other patch. It's the National Jamboree BSA Alumni Ambassador. I don't know if you've ever seen these, but that's the ambassador. Now I'm an ambassador. Maybe I can get us in the gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Dan's back in the Ford.
That and a few $1,000s.
Yeah, them plane tickets.
Yeah, you got to buy the tickets. That's from 2023. So I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got patches, just not here, and I don't care to get up and go get them because
that's okay. That's okay. I
don't worry. I got
all
plenty for you right here.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I got a gift for Matthew and Brian and even Mike. I lost my woggle when I was at. It sounds pretty sad. I lost my woggle, my nice leather one, and I put on a one that I just put together with some rope I had. So I'm going to be sending you guys these woggles.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sending you the white woggles. So I got a whole bag of them.
I think that's why I haven't been asked to be on the Woodbad staff again, because I could never.
You can't do the woggle.
No, I can't. I always found a way to fake it.
Yeah, I once told the troop that if they got the patrol award, the little star, that I would make them all gold colored woggles, and I actually went out and got that. So I started making those like crazy because they had like 30 kids, 3 different patrols. So I was under the gun to make them. So I can do them in my sleep. It's not hard for me to tie those. So I whipped these together. This was from some packing rope that we got at U-Haul, I think.
Okay.
But it's a nice shiny white woggle. So I'm going to send that to you guys. You're all going to enjoy those.
We're talking about 3D printing woggles.
Really?
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I've heard of, and I've never seen one, but kudu horns. Like the one I have on the wall there.
Like a 3D printed kudu horn? Wow.
Yeah. Because they're hard to get, because that is actually ivory. So you have to get licensed and all that stuff. So
I know where you can get one.
There's
a house in Florida that has one hanging on the wall.
You know, Brian, I think you could get just about anything.
Tell me I can't, and I will.
You're that kind of person. I know.
Yeah.
I can get three of those. No
I'm
problem.
not as good as Radar O'Reilly, but let's just say
Your radar.
actually Cleaner was pretty good at getting stuff after a while,
Yeah,
too.
tactically acquired.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Matt,
Yeah.
I got a little present for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So it's sitting on my desk. I was going to put these on eBay, but do your CFPs, council shoulder patches,
Mhm.
what they're called?
Mhm.
I assume you're doing that besides the OA flaps.
CSPs.
Yeah. Mhm.
I have these. Majority of them are from Crossroads of America.
Wow.
Oh.
Last summer, and a friend of mine here, she collects these, and she didn't want these.
She probably
And-
already had. She probably already
Yeah.
No,
Set them on
no.
over. I've got
There you
plenty. You know.
So, and I used
There we
to.
go.
I'll find my book. In 2013, when I started doing online merit badges, I used to order a CSP from every council that I had a scout with. So I've got, I don't know, 100 or 200 different ones.
Sounds like
'cause-
a camp blanket. That's what
Yeah.
you put on there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, after a while, it was like, okay, what am I doing with these? I guess I've fed the scouting. What's the name of supply group? I think I've paid for
Yeah,
supply
Scout
group.
Shop. And it's
Yeah.
scoutshop.org.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just in patches, I think I paid for one of their employees one year. But yeah, I'm gonna send these to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got like
them around.
just
We have a question on the screen. What's the? I can't
go ahead.
really make it out. What's it say?
Pin King commented that he can't count how many patches he owns. He's been in scouting for 25 years.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can drown in patches.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Like these ones came from my neighbor. So he's a retired colonel out of the Air Force, and his son was in scouts through all of the 80s and 90s and such.
Neat.
And so he's given me some that are from Canada, like just places that I've never been to before. And some of them are like the Black Eagle Lodge, Europe. So like obviously this is Europe one. Like look at that one right there. Like
Yeah.
for the 75th OA.
Amazing. Wow. Some of the OA ones are so colorful.
Yeah.
You know, when you order patches, they give you 12 different thread colors. So and with some of the OA stuff, they said, well, we wanted about 40 different colors, you know. so
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, look at that one.
Some of them are just, look at all the flags and stuff.
Yeah, that looks like a NATO one.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Amazing. There's some beautiful patches out there, and patch collecting has been a passion of mine for years. And I just sort of said, I'm done. No more. But they still come at you as a leader. That's how that works.
I love the creativity that people can have in different like patches and things like that. Because I think especially when you have an event that you can get the kids excited about, like one of my favorite patches.
Go on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
like-
got a patch.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite patches is this the popcorn secret agent top secret file one.
Oh, cool.
Like it's
Cool.
a dangle patch. Like my son got one, I got one, and I was like, because you had to sell enough popcorn to be able to get it. But this was like so cool that the
Exclusive,
Las Vegas area council, when I was living there, this was what they did in 2021. And like their theming for that year was phenomenal. Like they had a lot of scouts really excited about selling popcorn and becoming a secret agent and all that. It was so fun for them. So
that's so neat. That is so neat because you know you gotta sell that theme. You know, you gotta have that theme out there. You gotta have the scouts involved in it. I think we did one that might have been about the same time, and it was Mission Impossible. You know, can you sell enough popcorn fund your entire scouting program.
Mhm.
That was kind of the mission, you know. And it was that, you know, the typical song that you hear, and
Yep.
scouts running around, and then will self-destruct in 10 seconds. That kind of thing. So it was fun. We, you know, and you
Yeah.
got to build that realm of fantasy so that
Yeah.
they can really hone in on it. That's a good thing. I wonder
And
what
big-
Bucky's gonna get.
I don't know, but Big Red Bus brought up something here. He said that they've got the Jamboree, Jamboree JSPs are the best, and that's awesome, because like my council back in California, the California Inland Empire Council, and usually we have some people in the chat from there. They love cars in California, so there's a Woody.
Right
Right
yeah,
there.
let me make it bigger here. Hang on.
There you go.
There you go. Whoa,
Yeah, for wood badge,
Ooh.
that was the wood badge one, and like the shoulder patch. There we go. There. The shoulder patch for California, they really love vehicles and such, so like that.
Yeah,
that's common to see on there.
I like the wood badge log at the bottom there. That's pretty cool.
They have the one where they have different council shoulder patches around, forming I want to say it's like a pentagon or hexagon or something like that,
right?
And each shoulder patch is a different representation of the California flag. And
Wow.
I looked at that and I was like, shut up and take my money. Like
it's the bear. It's a big red bear on there.
It was awesome. And then also for the 250th, I've seen a lot of 250th patches for the celebration of the nation, and those ones are phenomenal. It's upstairs with my bag because I didn't do my homework and bring it down. But it has the 250th across it, and then the 250th is actually embroidered on top, so it's actually like raised up above everything else, and it's just a really cool patch to have out there. So
neat. That's some of the patches in our council had a patch that this is back in the it had to be in the aughts, but it was set up in a way where each patch was like a part of a puzzle, so they would all fit together, and they had this moon landing. It was Apollo, and it had the moon lander on the moon, and the scout that was there on the moon was giving the sign. And it was a big deal because they had patches that went around it that were all the different, like Mercury and Gemini and all the different space programs for our Space Coast. That was a big deal. A lot of people loved that one. That was a huge collection, and it was probably the only one. Then I told people this: if they ever get a hold of that set, the middle patch by itself is the only known patch with a UFO on it. It literally has a UFO. It's up in the print, but if you look at it, it's a saucer shape. Okay,
nice.
And that's actually on the patch. It wasn't a mistake. They actually printed it the way it was approved.
Nice.
But the thing was, it was actually pulled from another patch that was a dangle, and that was the loop that was on the top. It wasn't necessarily a UFO. So they actually went ahead and loomed it like that. So
there's that one that I was talking about from the California Inland Empire Council.
Let me get that big. Let's see. We'll go here. Yeah. Nope, that didn't do it. This one does it. There you go. And then
there you go.
Do this little duty like that. And then we can see it.
There you go, right there. Like
that's so cool. Wow, that's probably the totem for the lodge, is the bear. So
that's the California flag all the way around. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's awesome. Like I really like that one. So
there's so much history when you look at the different patches. There's so many different things going on. So Bucky, is everything okay?
Yeah. No, I've done a lot of patch designs for some of the districts in my council over the years. I designed probably in the last 20 years the majority of University of Scouting patches.
Neat.
And
Ours got
obviously
boring.
my
Ours
events
really
and
got
stuff. My worst disaster of an event, I lost thousands of dollars on this.
Wow.
The quick story is Anoka, Minnesota, which is a northern suburb of Minneapolis, is known as the Halloween capital of the world.
Wow. I didn't know that.
And they have a huge Halloween parade and festivities and stuff that go on. We have a scout camp that's not far from there or just on the outskirts of that. And in 2015, I had this genius idea that I rented the whole camp and was going to do a Weeblos Pin Day. And that was the year that we had the transition of the Weeblos program from the pins and the belt loops and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we also offered the prayer program for the reverence development and such. Okay. At any rate, I came up with the idea we're going to do a Weeblos Pin Day and Reverence Day on Halloween. I brought in the local Ghostbusters group. We made a Ghostbusters theme. I offered free camping to the scout units, the older scout units, on the condition that they brought candy to hand out to the scouts. And my thought was, what parent isn't going to think this is great that they can drop their kids off, do scouting, and be in a safe environment for trick-or-treating? Now, my previous Weeblos events, I averaged 300 to 400 kids.
Wow.
Not camping overnight, so I stretched it a little further. I had 12 kids sign up.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Ouch.
And I had 2 venturing crews that came and decorated one of the lodges we were going to play a movie. We were going to do a dance.
Wow.
And I gave them like $300 to go to the dollar store and buy decorations. And they spent the day decorating and hanging out. And we ended up closing things down 5:00 on Saturday because everybody was like, this was great, but we're not going to stay in camp of the 12 people that signed up. But my patch, I was very proud of.
Wow. Let me see if I can
Look
get
at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Neat.
And I had little ones of Slimer, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and Bucky in a Ghostbusters thing that were kind of, they could get them along the way.
Gee.
Actually, in 2017, all these extra patches I gave to the scouts in our council contingent. I was supposed to be a scoutmaster, but I ended up taking on the advisor role for our contingent in 2017 to the National Jamboree. And so I gave all my extra patches to the kids, and the Slimer and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and little Bucky as it goes. Those were the hot commodity traders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
You know?
it's amazing how those go.
But that 2017 Jamboree, I had the honor and privilege and challenge to create our contingents or our council's National Jamboree patches. And
Cool.
2016-17 was when Prince died, and Prince is from our local area.
Oh.
So we decided to honor Prince, and Mrs. Scoutmaster Bucky is looking for the actual shoulder patches. I couldn't find them on short notice, but they had a theme where we had an animal that was native to our area, with the exception of a pheasant, which is an invasive species, but blah, blah, blah. It's found very common in our area. A background that was representative of our council, from Minneapolis skyline, St. Paul skyline, a lake, forest, and such like that. And then each one of those patches represented a Prince song. And we did in the center, they call them jacket patches. They're the larger patches. I designed one with all those little cartoon characters out in front of First Avenue, which is where Prince got his start, also in our council and such. And that was the jacket patch that was accepted. But I had a backup patch, which I did have made. It's not an official patch. or at least the back doesn't have the official stuff on it. But the design is one that I'm very, very proud of. There's only 50 of these patches.
Wow.
I gave our Scoutmasters for each of them a copy, and I gave 3 of them away to some scouts that were trying to trade for some real special sets out there. And I think I sold one on eBay for $100 once, and I've got a few other people. But here it is, and I don't know if I need to turn off my blur or not. So this here was my backup, and there's a little secret to it that makes it really cool. Okay, and what I'm very proud
I like
of.
the purple. The
sky. So we did kind of the purplish sky with the kids climbing the mountain. But if you turn the mountain,
I see it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So for those that don't see it, it's the silhouette of Prince.
Yeah.
And so once you know it's there, you can't miss it. But
yeah, this
was one of my proudest designs that I came up with. And I printed it up because it was too good of a design. This was my backup if they didn't like the other one.
Right.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That thing, it looks like one of those practice drum pads, how large it is, but that is awesome. I think that you would have gotten a lot more people to purchase that, because that's cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So the reason that we went with the one that we did, and sorry, I'm going to air a little dirty laundry here, but it's an interesting story. We did all the #1 hits that Prince did on our patches, except one. We had given it to our OA to use, and it was a moose, which is our current spirit animal for our OA group, in a red Corvette.
Neat.
In front of our unique base camp building. And let's just say, because of lyrics, some adults vetoed it from the OA.
Really?
At least that's the explanation I was given. I do have a few other conspiracy theory reasons, but we'll just leave those. I'm disappointed because it was one of my favorite patch designs. And
it sounds funny with the little Corvette.
That's where it's like, we decided, the powers that be, that let's not use that one. Let's go with the fun one. And what we were very happy about, because I heard somebody else kind of brag about theirs, our designs, bless whoever designed them in the past, have not been well received. And some of that is because we always sent 8, 9, 10 units. So the patches were not uncommon. And so they were tough traders. We made the top 10 list for the first time with our patch set design on the board at National Jamboree. So it was kind of I didn't realize how one of the people that had been to a number of them said, wow, we've never made the top board. So that was cool.
That's a major achievement, especially with, I was at a NOAC and there was a #1, but they got permission from Hanna-Barbera to do Flintstones. And they didn't do the patches. They did them as waterproof patches that were plastic. They're rubber-sized patches, and they were 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. I've seen that before, but that's kind of a rain gear kind of patch. It doesn't get wet. So
So actually, that's
something like that could maybe be
they're made of plastic PVC.
3D printers will print urethane rubber.
Let's put it up there. Let's see what we can do if we can get it.
There you go. That's it.
There you go. Nice.
That's cool.
Look at all the colors.
Yeah, it's made of plastic. It's it's not PVC or PCV. Like I forgot what it's.
But it's got pins on the back, right?
Oh, it's Velcro.
To hold it on, or
Velcro.
Sew it on? Oh, okay. It's Velcro. Okay.
It's Velcro.
That is neat.
You focus, yeah.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell you, Mike, what was going on? You had something there. You got some thing about printers. You can 3D
Oh,
print.
well, I was just saying that you can probably 3D print patches if you
Mike,
want
did we
kind
lose
of
you?
a non-textile one.
That's true.
Kind of waterproof.
You'd have to have different colors, right? You know, for printing them.
Yeah, there's certainly 3D printers that can print multiple colors.
Good.
Good. It might be difficult to print as many colors as some patches have, but some 3D printers will print urethane rubber. So.
Well, that's cool. You could definitely do that. I mean, just have some posts on it or Velcro that it's actually printed on. And it would work.
Or maybe sew it on your raincoat, unless your raincoat might.
True. Of course, once you put the needle through the raincoat, you kind of defeated the purpose. You have a wet spot on
use some caulk when you sew it, I guess.
You just made me think. Here's another one. I actually made 500 of these that I gave out.
Let me see if I can put you up there. There you go. Got to get it closer. Get it closer.
Ah, there we go.
So I made one that I handed out at Jamboree when I met people.
Wow.
And it didn't trade as well as I thought. It's even official and everything. So it's registered with
nice.
The only thing I don't like is the made in China.
Yeah.
You know.
It's hard to find them where they're not made in China.
You know,
it's unfortunate.
Is my voice coming through if I'm talking?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
I actually had a friend early on in my scouting when we just crossed over into scouts. And again, you learn as you go along in scouting. He actually wrote a letter to our scout executive complaining that the American Heritage Merit Badge was made in China.
I mean,
and
isn't that American heritage?
Well, like I told him, I said that's more American. You know, capitalism is about being thrifty with your money, right? You know,
there you go.
So, yeah,
well, patches are awesome. I like going through them and seeing all the different ones from all over the place. It's so neat,
you know,
and it's so unique to every area.
There's something that I think you should, one of you should consider as a video coming before National Jamboree.
Yeah.
Is patch trading.
I got one. I got 3 actually.
Well, okay. So let me ask you this: do you talk about the negative side of patch trading?
Yes. There are some restrictions on patch trading. Sometimes if it's youth can trade patches with youth.
Yep.
It's usually no problem.
Yep.
But sometimes they have restrictions where adults, of course, too deep leadership, of course, that's something that they can trade in some places, and some places they cannot.
Yeah.
So usually when adults are trading patches with youth, the youth have a really good patch and they're going to make out like, they're going to get 10 times more they would with their peers. Okay. So they're going to do very well. So.
I'm going to stay true to character and share the ugly side of scouting.
Except for Bucky's World.
Well, so at NOAC 2015, I was at that.
Yeah.
And
I was there too. Where were you?
I was in the shows. I had video to prove it too.
I was in the audience.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I should load that video to my YouTube channel. I had to sing a cappella in front of 17,000 people.
Nice.
With a voice that had gone pretty bad. But I was in the shows in 2015 and we stayed in
good shows. Yeah.
They were great shows. They were really good. But I stayed in a hotel just off the campus. And at that hotel, somebody had rented the, I don't know, it was a small meeting area, but a lot of people were trading patches there.
Oh, yeah.
And there was one guy who had all sorts of stuff. And I think he might have been the one that organized it. And that year they had the red 100-year sashes.
Yep.
And he had people coming in time and time and time again with these red sashes. And I'm like, how are they getting them? Well, I overheard him talking with one of his people, and they were basically ripping off the kids, giving them all these patches to get this. Look at the price on those things. They're $300-$400 now because it was
you only got one, and if you lost it, that was it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so I kind of took note to that and took it back to the kids in the shows to say, be careful of the patch trading and stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's some guys, and what he did is he hired guys that were 18, 19, 20, 21, 20 that looked young.
Yeah.
So they looked like they could trade youth to youth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other thing that I saw as a leader at National Jamboree was the old duct tape on the bottom of the shoe. So a lot of kids learn that putting a blanket out is a great way that if it starts raining, you can scoop everything up real quick.
Yeah.
But when you spread your patches out on a nice blanket and stuff, people will put duct tape on the bottom of their shoe and step on the patches because, and what they'll do is they'll do it in groups. And you're going, I didn't believe
That's
it.
Not Scout-like, is it? No,
I didn't believe it at first, but then I witnessed it.
Wow.
And it's like, come on. I don't think a lot of adults knew about this, but I think there should be some sort of education in the scams that run, because there are people that are there to fund their business. It's a sad it's a sad fact.
They sell patches online with eBay and Etsy and all the other places.
And you know, a kid is thrilled to show off that he got one of the most prized patch sets. I know Monopoly that year was a big one. The dinosaurs were a big one. The Monty Python Holy Grail set was
that
a huge one.
Through the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. And
some of that is not trademark registered.
Correct.
So,
well, it's done with agreements.
Right there is an issue.
Yeah, it's done with agreements usually. You know, side story. I tried to get the Peanuts because Charles Schultz was born in St. Paul, but the holding company is out in California, and they're like, no, we won't do it for you. We only do stuff for our council. I was like, bummer, because that would have been cool to pay honor to him and such.
Well, there was a time when we had the deal with Disney here in Orlando, so you know that was it's all location.
So but I think it's really cool when people can work and represent. I saw one, I think it's coming out for this year's from some council where Tootsie Roll and Dots and Junior Mints are out of, and they've done their patches on that. I don't know if it's going to be a top getter, but from a nostalgic and that sort of thing, I think it'll be cool.
Got a thing up here, Mike. What is it?
Okay, Eagle 97 Steve said, as youth participant in the 1997 Jamboree, I remember being really uncomfortable being approached by adults wanting to trade patches. I'm glad that adult trading with youth is no longer allowed.
Yeah, I don't remember from 2017. I know that we talked about it, you know, it was highly discouraged. I don't know that it was written, but I'm not going to go on record and say it wasn't written. If it's not written, it's a great practice that should be honored.
As an adult leader at those events, I would go around to the trading areas and I would watch trading with youth just to make sure that the more mature collector wasn't taking advantage of the youth. And you know, there was times when I would just slip the other youth another patch just to kind of sweeten the deal and get the patch he really wants. So and I was just giving them away. So and I was just looking out for them. That leads me back to a current issue that we're facing in scouting is we have new certifications for youth safeguarding. So safeguarding youth is a new thing. I've got a video coming out about the differences between the old and new. And one of the big things they really focus in on is bullying. And bullying can take many different forms. And this is one of those cases where there could be some strong arming of a scout that has a patch that the other youth wants, and that could really be a problem. So safeguarding youth is the new program, and you need to make sure that you get certified. Otherwise, you get to take your training strip off. So
well, no, I don't think you can hold a position without it.
You have to have it. It's actually a national thing. You have to have that training.
I know mine is
all adults should take the training, whether they're active with youth or they're in a committee or something like that. The reason I tell everyone in a pack, a troop, a cruise ship, they should all the adults should do that. 2 reasons. First reason is what the other scout leaders are supposed to do. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
The other part is
even parents that aren't in the leadership position should do it.
Exactly. There he is. He got bumped. I don't know how he got.
No, I think Matt's dealing with some work stuff that's popping up on him.
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah,
but that's the big thing with youth protection is that this is the new program. If you did the old one, say a year or so ago, it's going to expire in May. So come May, you might have a scout leader coming over and going, "Hey, you're not trained anymore."
Mine is coming up in the next couple of weeks, and both my wife and I were going to do ours today, but time got away from us because my phone is
90 minutes.
Up.
It takes 90 minutes. Make notes. That's one of the big things. You got to pass a test at the end. So
for the new training, I think it's now annual, but the refresher is a shorter.
That's the thing. I was talking with the guy out at the national meeting, and he was saying that when you first join scouting and stuff, it's going to be a 90-minute training. It's going to be an hour and a half or more, and the thing about that is when you go to renew it 12 months later, it'll be a much shorter. It's an add-on. It'll be a shorter training, but it's going to be different. That's the other thing. So, these are some of the new things that are happening with the safeguarding youth is that these new modules. So what'll happen is if you say 2 years from now, you're going to have to do your regular training and then you have to do the update. So you have to do both.
So this aligns with the Catholic Church.
Yes.
And their Veritas. I've heard it said different ways, but Veritas training. And they've moved to online since the pandemic, and now they have a longer initial course and a shorter refresher course.
Right. That's kind of what they want to do.
I think they're every 2 years or 3 years. I have to look at that because I'm probably due.
For now, the BSA, the Scouting America has said it 1 year.
Yeah.
It's good for 1 year. When you get done, they give you the same date just a year later.
Well, and I think there's a lot of behind the scenes reasoning for that.
Yeah.
And again, this is where I'll be honest. I get frustrated with social media and the people trying to be, this is horrible. Why do we have to do it every year? Well, I can tell you, probably this is not fact, but my assumption is the insurance company that's paying to cover BSA is saying, no, you need to offer this every year, not every other year, because we want to minimize potential issues.
Right. Right. So, one of the big things that really comes out in every one of the modules in the thing, they talk about being a required reporter. So if you're mandatorily required, if you see something or have a suspicion, you need to be reporting it, ahead of time before it becomes a huge issue. So there's pros and cons. There's some pros and cons to that.
I think we should have a training that talks about what being a mandatory reporter is. I mean, teachers are, coaches are, by law, and scout leaders.
Firemen are the same way. Police officers, obviously, and so on. So, mandatory reporting is something that's big in this module, and they talk about it in every one of the modules. What you need to do, how do you need to confront this? How do you, you safe the situation? Get the people apart if they're bullying one another. You got to break up the bullying. But that's something that that happens. There he is. There he is. He
Hey,
keeps
he's
popping
back.
in and out. There you are. There we go.
I think
Matt, are you there?
Matt had to pop off to take something came up. So he popped up.
Works in a profession that's 24/7.
Yeah.
So,
And
Since
he's got
since
kids.
he's off camera, I just kind of took him off the screen.
Yeah.
that's okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
If he pops back in, I thought I was hitting the wrong button. So
Yeah.
thank you, Mike. You're involved, man.
So I see somebody that is referencing the Veritas training and that their diocese requires in-person instruction. Ours did too. And we actually moved to a Lutheran church for about 6 years with our unit and then came back to our originating Catholic church. And that was something, as the Cub Master, Scout Master of our unit, I said, I want everybody on that. And, you know, it's an expense.
All parents, everyone.
Yeah, it's an expense. And with half of our unit or more from that parish and stuff, most of them are involved, that they already had it. But it also puts expectations for those that say, I want to be a leader in the unit and I'll pay my dues. Well, you know what? You need to go through the Veritas training as well. And, you know, it's $200 or $300 thereabouts that the diocese has to pay or is paying for.
Right.
I will say the first time I went through it and it was in person, I was horrified.
Yeah, it can be.
It was, I mean, it did not compare to Scouts. It was, they had videos of interviewing pedophiles that were in jail and telling how they lured the kids in. It was very graphic. So the new online that we were able to do was a lot more in line with the seriousness of it, but similar to what we're moving towards in scouting. And for a while, the Catholic Church recognized Scouts youth protection in lieu of the Veritas training. But and I don't know if that's a diocese thing or the National Catholic Committee of Scouting, but
to make it really clear, though, if you're hearing this, you're not being charged for youth safeguarding training. Okay, that's part of your membership.
Correct.
So anyone can take advantage of that training, especially parents. You're not good. There's no fee for it. It's online. It's free. That's something that's really important. Now, this additional training you're talking about is with the diocese, with the church.
It's required for anyone in a Catholic youth-facing position, teachers, coaches at a parochial Catholic school or youth ministry.
So that's there's a fee for that, though. But
that's
the
picked up by the diocese.
Online with the Scouts is not. That's not charged.
The fee, though, is paid by the diocese, not by the individual taking it.
Okay.
So
there's a fee structure there. In a way, that's kind of what they're doing with scouting. There's no fee directly for the individuals taking the training, but they're hosting it on their server. They're the ones paying the server fees and all that stuff. So that's kind of what they're doing there. But
and
I just don't want to get anybody to say, "Oh, I'm not going to be paying for that training," because it's already expensive to be a volunteer.
Right.
So
it's definitely not free to be a volunteer these days.
No. There's a lot that goes on, but you have to do that training. And a lot of people that if they've never done the training before, they need to understand they have to go and create a my.scouting.org account.
Yep.
That's the first thing they do. Okay.
Yep.
And it doesn't take long. It's basically name and address and you get put into the system. Then any training you do through Scouting you got to have that with that account so that it's recognized. Otherwise, that's it. There's no diploma or anything that you print out at the end. So you have to have an account. And the account doesn't cost anything. And that also puts you into scouting. So it'd be very easy if you want to go on a camping trip with your youth. If you've done that training already and you have an adult application that's matched up to that account, that's the beauty. You can go camping. So that's the thing. I want to make sure that it's open to everyone that's involved in a unit. If you're in a pack, a crew, troop, whatever, they all can do that. And we have to keep our kids safe. That's
so Pin
job
King
one.
asked, what if they want to take the Veritas training independently and not a part of the church? I can find out an actual answer.
I think you can take the training without having an account, but it really makes it pointless. There's no way to credit it after you've taken the course.
We got some sign-on credentials to take it, and it's paid for and tracked through the Catholic Church. You have to be assigned to a parish
thing. That's a separate thing from what safeguarding scouting, scouts is about.
Mike, can you put up Pin King's question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Pin King was asking about the Catholic Church youth protection training.
Okay. All right.
That's what I was responding to.
I'm getting confused. I don't, and if I'm getting confused, I think
I'm So again, I can look in and get an accurate answer.
Yeah.
But we got special credentials to sign on, and it was associated with a parish or a church that we were taking it to. So that church is where we're registered as having taken it, though it applies across the diocese.
That's awesome.
So honestly, how I would do it, if you're really interested in taking it, I would reach out to a Catholic sponsored scouting unit and offer to do a merit badge for them. And as a merit badge counselor, you can say, my understanding is that Veritas training is needed, and I'm sure they'd be thrilled to support you in that way if that's something you really want to do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, volunteer at a Catholic church to work with youth, and that is a requirement of all parents, teachers, etc. to do.
And we need to do the same with scouting. I'm going back to that.
Well, and I used to have all my parents take youth protection training when they were allowed to go to camp.
Yeah.
Now you have to be a registered leader to go to camp
because of the background check.
Yes. So I used to ask all my parents to take the youth protection training so they had a better understanding of why we did certain things, or why it was like, no, stop. You can't go out with them.
Right.
And we're not as strict on that anymore because the parents are around for meetings where we have plenty of registered leaders who have gone through it.
Right.
Okay. And we can't have them drive. Well, they can drive to camp, but they can't stay at camp. So I wish they had one that could help supplement the unit towards its goal of quality unit, to say all parents have taken at least this level of safeguarding youth.
That would be nice.
Yeah, because I think the more informed the parents are, the more they're likely to stay engaged in the program. And again, it's highlighting the positives instead of focusing on the negatives.
True.
Okay.
True.
And mind you, I want to go on record. I am not saying ignore the negative.
Right.
Okay. I am a true believer that you learn from history. Don't forget about history, because it will repeat itself if you ignore it. If you ignore the negative, you're destined to repeat it and be subject to it. But I think we need to really focus on positive, not the feel good, everything's all rainbows and unicorns.
Unicorns.
Guys, I think should we kind of wrap it up soon? I think Matt has some things. I think the questions have kind of dried up. Maybe we need to wrap it sooner than later. And
well, that's true. We could always make it shorter.
We still haven't gotten to the most important question of the night. What do you guys think of my specs?
The glasses? That's awesome. I like them.
They're reading glasses.
I can't tell because everything's a blur anyways.
I sit and work at a computer all day, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just go for a different look with the glasses tonight and see. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, the glasses are great. Makes you look smarter.
Yeah, I was told chicks dig a guy in glasses, so
That was the compliment I always got. Oh, it makes you look smarter.
okay. Wow, what are you saying that I really look like?
See, I think we all have glasses.
Come on, people,
right?
give us one more topic or question before we call it a night.
Oh yeah, it's too early. The fire's still going.
Yeah.
You know, I can't even see it. Wait a minute. Here we go. Can't see the fire. Fire.
Oh, okay.
There we go. I don't like that purple. I'm more
Doesn't
into
repeat
the
itself, but it
There we go.
rhymes. Nice.
There we go.
Okay, I was muted. Yeah, history does not repeat itself, but it rhymes. So
Yeah.
Butterfly.
The extra sophisticated look with the glasses. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Yes, it's true. Very sophisticated. Yes. My eyes are so bad. I'm it's like the shower cam or the tower cam that they have when it's raining. They show it's all blurry.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. So,
Okay.
hopefully we'll get some of them cataracts out of there and see where we are as far as the
Well, I went through cataract surgery a little over
Yeah.
3 years ago, and
I hear it's not a big deal, but I'm still gonna have to heal up from it.
The challenge that they told me would come of it is that my the close up might require cheaters, which I have.
There you go.
And it was amazing going through the process.
Yeah.
I had my second eye done the day after Halloween in what would it be 2023 2022
Cool.
2022. And I remember them as they're putting me to sleep talking about the candy that they still had left over for Halloween. And I wanted to say, hey, I'll take the Snickers, but then I was
You were
totally
out, yeah.
and
But
I
then
find
you-
myself in recovery. But it's amazing what they can do today.
Yeah,
And
it's a LASIK kind of thing. So it's a laser
yeah.
and all that stuff. So
what I
they
found
good job.
interesting
All
is they had an opportunity for I called it the bionic eye because there were like 3 choices of levels of cataract surgery you could get because they were replacing a lens or doing something with a lens. And one of them was this digitally enhanced, or I don't know, but it was like very technological.
Does it make the $6 million man sound in that do 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 do?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't pay for that version. So
I'm wondering, should we just kind of wrap it? We're at about an hour and a half, and
That sounds good.
Well-
We're just kind of going off,
Stan,
on the
you've got an invite, Stan, that should be
I do.
addressed, and
Yeah.
if there's no other comments, then sure, I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. and
Did you
do
want to put that up, Mike?
an invite? Woo.
Yeah.
inviting you to their Bartle summer camp this summer for Troop 1023 and
Yep.
7032. Oh, 1032 and 7032.
So that you can experience Mikase, which is
Yeah, I think I saw his question on the YouTube channel, and I replied to it because I'm in Central Florida. I mean, that's like 1,000+ miles.
yeah.
So I
Mhm.
probably will not be spending summer camp there, and also, I got surgeries going on with my eyes, so I'll be kind of doing that. If I do travel, I will travel the 800 miles to the summit to go to the jamboree. Maybe another time. That's one of those things I've always wanted to do, is go around to all the major camps all over the United States.
But
get
they
a
say that they're in the panhandle of
camper and
Florida
go
for you,
everywhere.
so you don't have to travel far.
Do what?
In the
They're in the
panhandle
panhandle of Florida.
of Florida.
Oh,
Not
really? From Mikuse? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not know that. Maybe that's a different. I'll have to look into that. Maybe it's a different one. 'Cause the
Your
one
excuse is not holding much water now.
No, that's not that far. In fact, West Virginia further away.
Right.
You got. I think this one was up in Minnesota, so it's a distance.
No,
It
I
was
think
this one?
Mikase, the Mikase that I'm most familiar with is
Yeah.
out of Missouri.
Missouri. That's what.
Yeah, I was thinking it's Missouri. I've looked up that camp. So.
Yeah, the Lone Star or something like that. I don't know.
No,
the district.
Northern Star is up in Minnesota, and we don't have.
Yeah. So I don't. It's only in a few councils.
Yes.
So and I don't think it's in Florida. I'm pretty sure. Maybe
Heart of America.
Maybe that is there might be a chapter that's there's a chapter and a lodge in the OA that's in the Panhandle.
Yeah.
That might have been it.
He's saying Heart of America Council, so maybe that's
Heart of America. That's Minnesota.
No.
Yeah.
Northern Star is Minnesota.
Is that?
What is it? Heart of America, I think, is Nebraska. No.
It's mid-state. It's mid-country.
Yeah, mid-country.
Right in the middle.
Hence
but
the
that's
name,
that's why it's so far away. That you could say is that far away.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a lodge. I'll have to look at the question.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look at that. But
all right. Well, let's get out of here. Mike wants to.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move along, and we'll definitely call it a night. I think we've got more people in the room than we did when we were talking about the merit badge.
Okay.
Maybe just thinking about that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, scouting is so much fun. Okay. And with scout leaders across the country, we can do things that you won't find anywhere else. And scouting gives experiences to our young people that they can't find anywhere else. So we are doing the good work. We are helping scouts and young people become responsible citizens of our country. So that's something to really think about. And doing these late night things kind of broadens your mind as far as what's out there, what's going on. So definitely keep up that good hard work that you have been doing for so long. Please keep it up. And we hope to see you guys on the trail. I got to hit the button.
Hit the button.
It happens all the time.